Hey, welcome back. Welcome to Tarot to a T. I am finishing up May 20, if I could speak, 2022 readings. So, apologize for being a little late. If you're joining me and you've been here before, you might have noticed I try to get these out around the first of the month. And I'm a little late this time, so I'm just putting it out there that I try to get them done on a schedule, and normally you can count on me. Let's just put it that way. So we're going to do a May 2022 reading for the sign of Gemini. And if this is your first time, welcome. And if you are returning or this is your first time and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because then you'll be notified when I can get my lazy ass back on schedule, and you'll see the next video that comes out, okay? You'll get that notification. Okay, so we're going to look at a situation you're dealing with, Gemini, for the month of May. Let's do it. We're going to look at a complicating factor in that situation. Let me move these down a little bit. I think I'm a little high. And then we're going to deal some cards of advice. What kind of guidance can you give the Gemini for the month of May? Okay, alright. Got that. Okay, let's get started. Looks like you have some kind of new opportunity that's just come up for you in this month, or it's about to happen, and it's bringing on some hella changes. Hella. For sure. This is the black and white Joker. This is our Fool card in the traditional tarot. I like to interpret it the same way, so that's why I always kind of mention that. It works for me, let's put it that way. Okay. Let's look at these new opportunities. You got some clearing away of some kind of path or opportunity. It could be in any sphere of life, honestly. It could be mentally, spiritually, financially. It could be relationship-wise. It's a very good sign with the clubs, though. So I'm liking that. And it comes on the heels of some kind of change that was honestly a huge disruption. You had possibly a breakup. Let's say you left a relationship, of course, but also I was going to say a job situation. I'm kind of picking that up. This is very unexpected. It could also be the card of unexpected travel, but in this sense, it could have been like emotionally, mentally traveling away from something that you felt very tied to. So it doesn't have to be physical travel, but I do sense that it opened up some doorways for you, and that's kind of exciting. Again, with this Joker, this is like our Fool card. It's kind of... so the way I interpret the Fool is an open vessel. In other words, no preconceptions, no expectations, nothing laid out in black and white necessarily, just kind of waiting to see what comes along and what happens. It's a little bit of a naive energy, but it's also very adventurous in that sense, because there's the potential for things to happen outside the scope of your experience, right? Some exciting things. But it's also the Joker, so we look at the Joker's energy as being kind of mixed up, kind of things getting juggled around, which would totally fit this major change, unexpected breakup kind of situation. I'm not saying it's a breakup, but if it is, it certainly fits that. I'm getting job change, but let's keep moving. Okay, Ten of Spades. This is actually very bad news, but it's some kind of ending in the sense that you, again, weren't expecting this. That is what's highlighted here, Gemini. You weren't expecting this major ending. It's major change. Honestly, in some level, it's like a death or something. Like, it's never going to happen the same way for you again. You're never going to have that experience again. Whatever ended, Maybe we can get a little more information about that. Might have involved some kind of younger, less mature energy. You might have been dealing with somebody who was like this, or maybe you, again, were a little naive in this situation and not having the experience to deal with it. But this actually is also the card of a close partner or friend in some sort. Someone you would consider like a bud, a soulmate, a kindred spirit. That was the word I was looking for. Somebody like that. Eight of Diamonds. Financially, things are going to look up for you here, because this is the card of kind of moving ahead and advancement. And the diamonds pretty much are on the same spectrum of pentacles in our traditional tarot. Okay, it's the card of something paying off big time, like investments. Maybe you put a lot of energy and time into something, and now you're reaping the success and the financial gain from that. It's very interesting that came up in this sequence of events, though. Yeah, I think it ties in with this new opportunities. Maybe you had some kind of new opportunity at work open up because of some major unexpected change. Maybe somebody left a position. I'm picking that up for sure. And you were just kind of, and things getting juggled around, but you were just kind of naively open in the sense that it unexpectedly came towards you. You had no clue this was going to happen. I'm not sure where the Jack of Hearts energy fits in with that, except that it could have involved a younger person, or maybe you're the younger person. Maybe you feel like this bump up is actually beyond your field of expertise. Like you feel just a little bit out of your league with it. I'm going to look at the complicating factor here, though. Okay, Seven of Diamonds. Something to do with some finances here. Oh, this is, again, the ending of some kind of major cycle, but on a more positive note than this Ten of Spades. And this was a Tower moment. Oh, wow. Somebody might have had a Tower moment around you. I'm not picking up this is you. Seriously, right out of the gate. I was like, this isn't about you. This complicating factor, somebody had a major Tower moment. It tore up the foundation, or something that was built upon a foundation for sure, and now it's the opportunity to regrow. We always have to remember that about Tower moments, right? It's the opportunity to be rebuilt. It's funny because this Ten of Hearts is, it's a card of celebration. It's very strange that would come out in conjunction with this Tower moment, except I feel like you're reaping the benefits from somebody's downfall, somebody's bad luck, somebody's is that the word? Unfortune? Disfortune? Lack of fortune. Unfortunate turn of events. You are reaping, you're actually happy on some level, and that's maybe the inner turmoil you feel about this. You're like, oh, that really sucks. I'm so sorry this happened, but you are going to benefit from it. And you're torn about that, just a little bit, maybe. It's going to bring in some new financial freedom for you in some level. Okay, I don't think you're going to become a millionaire or like independently wealthy, but this is saying watch the risks. Don't take the risks. You may be tempted to take a gamble on something. You know, in terms of like luxurious spending money that you never had, right? It's like a new feeling for you, a new experience for you. This is also the card of like experience in general. Yeah, you need to be careful, I think, with the tendency here to take a gamble and spend outside of your comfort zone, or not comfort zone is not the word, but like what you would normally do. Yeah, you're like spending outside the box. If that's even a term. Queen of Hearts. Look at there. When this Queen of Hearts pops up with this Jack of Hearts, this a lot of times means you're going to meet somebody very significant. It's not in the same course of what we're looking at in each line here in our tarot layout, but perhaps this person that had this unfortunate turn of events, had this tower moment, maybe they had like a huge breakdown, like not a breakdown but a meltdown, and they just went off something, and you witnessed it. Anyway, it was somebody you really cared about, very possibly, with the Jack of Hearts and Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts can be definitely an older, more mature female energy, but more importantly, this is the card of like a female energy that's a teacher or a mentor. They're very mothering that way. That doesn't have to really be somebody's mom, but it's also, because it's hearts, it also could be a water sign. I'll just throw that out there. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Maybe that's the person who had this meltdown. Who went off. And you had this authority figure show up. King of Diamonds. This is definitely someone who takes control. It can be a male. This isn't male energy, but it's the energy of control and like, you know, like making the final decision over something. The decision comes to them, and they are the ones that get to decide which way it goes. So it could be like the president of the company. It could be a supervisor in some kind of higher position. They have a lot of success, but they're very smart. They have a good sense of business, as indicated by the diamonds here, the pentacles. Maybe this person decided that you were the person for the role and put you in there. And we have another king. Jeez Louise. Okay. Again, we have somebody who took control, and they really want to do good. They want the best outcome, and they want to do the right thing. Exerting this control was very important to them. In other contexts, this can be like a parent. This could be a fatherly figure. But they're very much a master in control of the situation. They have a large capacity, a great capacity to do good. And I think, again, you're celebrating this unfortunate events, which is very much like a conflict, an inner conflict. Let's look at your cards of advice, Gemini. Okay. 8 of Clubs. I like that. You're going to go out clubbing. No, just kidding. But it is moving ahead. Things are going to just go, move on as they will in the course of things. 3 of Hearts definitely involves another party. This is not necessarily between 2 people. Okay? This is like a partnership type of situation. Okay? Maybe there was another person involved in the decision to take over. But this pathway opened for you. This was meant for you. Oh, this is a pretty dynamic reading, I must say. Let's see what else we got going here. Oh, another Ace of Hearts. Nice. Again, this is the card of advancement. With this Eight of Clubs, I didn't quite explain. That's also the card of having a crossroad decision. You might have to make a decision. Maybe perhaps if you want this position, I'm holding up the wrong card while I say this, you might have to decide whether you want it or not, or the advancement, or who's going to be working with you, or something along those lines. It's also the card of a little bit of problems going on in some kind of relationship. So maybe people around you are having to kind of change their perspective of who you are and what you represent. Like suddenly you're in an authority position where you weren't before. Got that? You were their equal before, and now it could be just you having to make decisions on how you're going to handle this. The Eight of Hearts, this is, again, good times. This is hanging out with friends. This is being social, having fun. And I will tell you, I'm pretty sure this applies to you work-wise, Gemini, because this is positive change in the work situation. It's kind of screaming that for sure. Pretty clear. Oh. If you're a female, because this is a reserved female energy, it's asking you to hold back a little bit. Female Geminis, seriously, this is asking you to hold back. Like, in other words, be a little bit mysterious. Don't act, I'm hearing don't act overly enthusiastic. I mean, take your job seriously, but don't make people around you uncomfortable with your ecstatic what am I trying to say? In other words, you being happy with this happening and celebrating, don't let that be known. Hold back a little bit. This is the card of a female energy. I will again emphasize that. You don't have to be female, but if you are, be a little bit mysterious, be a little quiet, reserved. Definitely be grateful and acknowledge that you very much want it to happen. But don't be over the top. Don't brag. I guess don't brag. Handle it with a little grace. Or, be mindful of that. I'm not saying you wouldn't handle it with grace, but be mindful of that. One more card and then we'll let Gemini go for the month of May. Gemini, you've got really nice things that are just wrapped up, and now this is going to help your financial situation for sure. This is the card of prosperity, success, huge changes in finances. I think you're on the precipice of having this new position with new responsibilities, new paycheck, new pay grade, and you weren't expecting it. This was very much something you weren't expecting. And it just came true for you. Congratulations. Wow. Wish I was a Gemini. But I'm not. Hey, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're feeling good about this. Okay? On the video, just hit me a little like there. And don't forget to subscribe. Seriously. We might see something else in the mid-month reading and you don't want to miss it. Sometimes that happens. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining me. Take care and congratulations.